the July 27th, I'm telling you, if you're not paying attention to how fast we are moving this year, then I definitely know that you are doing some sleeping, because it is it is year is going by so fast. Um I could tell you today, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you, okay? I today I need it. I need your encouragement. I need you to pour into me. And sometimes it's like that, right? Sometimes it's like that because I'm back in that same place where I was before, with everything that is going on as far as in the world, with the Jacob Blake situation, um with the whole thing of the NBA protesting, that person in Chicago who killed two people, right, who were protesting. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? Uh, all of these distractions that are going on, I know we got to be focused, right? I know that we have to be able to put ourselves in a position where we are still accomplishing our goals and doing what we need to do, despite of a lot of the people that you see. A lot of the rich are doing that. They get rich in the stock market. They really not focused on what's going on in the outside world, and they're just doing their thing. But in my opinion, sometimes you could get so far removed where it really doesn't bother you anymore, because it's not you, right? It's not happening to you. And sometimes we get in our own bubble where we only focus on, what's happening to us. But I did the craziest thing, which I really don't do, and I watched what happened with Jacob Blake, right? I watched it, and I knew that I was going to have a reaction. That's why I don't watch those things. But when I saw it, and I realized that the kids were there, oh, that's when I went off. That's when I went off. Not, I'm mad about what happened as far as him getting shot 7 times. But imagine them damn kids. You, and I'm not gonna curse, you freaking ruin their life forever. You ruin their life forever. Those kids are so traumatized, right? Those kids are so traumatized. We don't even know how their life is going to turn out and how much therapy they're going to need. And then I sit and I think about it, y'all. And I'm trying to do this. Whoever is on, I know that there's 6 of you on. Can somebody find a scripture, a prayer, or something? I say to you guys, we are a community. I am not the person that has all the answers, right? I need to pull on your strength today, because this is the reason why we do what we do. But this example is something that really, really, really bothers me. And I need that scripture. I need that motivation, and I need to pull on your strength today. Because inside, if you want to know how I feel, I'm angry. Inside, if you want to know the pain I feel, is not because of um, the whole, you know, uh, uh, thing of the cop, just, nothing's happening, all that stuff. It's because those kids were there, right? It's because those kids saw Their father gets shot 7 times by a police officer. It is because of the trauma. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You know, when I'm sitting up here and I'm reading things like this, the body keeps score, the brain, the mind, and the body, and the healing of trauma. When I'm sitting up here and I'm reading, getting past your past, take control of your life, right? When I'm reading these kind of things, it's for people like us who experience some type of trauma, and we are fighting and we are trying and we are walking through our fears and we are pushing ourselves to live the life that we want to live, that's deep down inside. Because you know why? We don't want to be sad, right? We don't want to have this fear. We don't want to be in a position where we're not excelling. We don't want to be in a position where we are not giving our families the best of us, and we're not progressing in life spiritually, financially, emotionally. We want to be able to have good, healthy families. But when you experience trauma like that as a child, it does not go away. And you know why the tears flow, right? Because we've been through it, right? We've been through it, and it might not have been so traumatic, but we know how it has affected us. Does that make sense? Well, we fucking 40, excuse me, we freaking 30, 40, 50, 60, still trying to get this thing right, right? But ladies, those are babies. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, damn, this is how it happens, right? I'm like, damn, this is how it happens. And now here we are in this cycle, right? Now here we are in this cycle. Wow, wow. This mom now, whatever the situation happened, the dude didn't deserve what happened to him, right? But that mom now has to immediately get her kids in therapy and hope it works, right? Has to immediately do what she needs to do to stay strong, because she has a lifelong battle, right? What if she is in a bad mental state where she can't even get herself together? How is she going to be the best for her kids? Like what we talked about yesterday. We don't know if she took care of herself first, right? We don't know if she chose herself first in order to go ahead and be the best for her kids. Obviously, with everything that's going on right now, and you have to immediately get the kids therapy, we already know what the answer is: no, right? So now we have this big old cycle, and this is how it happens. We're seeing a real, true, live example of how you go from trauma to developing into the person that you are, because you only grow up, but it stays with you, to being fearful. These kids can now be fearful of the police. You got to worry about dependencies, drugs, alcohol, pills, all this thing to numb the pain, because it is not easy to get past these things, because you are literally having nightmares about what happened. And to know that your father is in the hospital fighting for his life. That man is fighting to live. He is fighting with everything he has. There's another man at home who did the act, who just got fired. So you telling me I could go to work and I can kill somebody, and the only thing that happens to me is that I get fired. You got a man who is walking down the street in Chicago with a rifle, who passed the police now. Now, look, think about it. Please keep sending your affirmations, Bible verses, anything, please, anything that you can find. Because I want to remember, like I tell you guys, when you get in a state like this, you have to be able to have support, right? You got to be able to have support. And right now I need y'all support, because the emotion and everything that is in me is really messing with me, and it's been messing with me for a couple of days now, right? And all I know is popular Bible verses. I'm not a person that reads the Bible like that. So I can't even give you anything. You understand? I can't give you anything to encourage you. So in my vulnerability, I need you to help me stay encouraged, because I don't know. I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't know how a guy can walk down the street in a protest with a rifle and kill two protesters, and then you turn around as the police chief and say, well, the people were out, after curfew. So if they wasn't out after curfew, then maybe this could have been avoided. Are you serious? Are you serious? And so we have that story, and that's what we sticking to. Oh, we're doing an investigation of it, but those people were out past curfew anyway. And so if they wasn't out, then maybe they would have never got shot. What is the effects and the trauma on their families, knowing that they decided to go ahead and stand up for what's right and they got killed for it? That's nothing new to us, right? Us meaning women, me being an African American woman, that's nothing new to our culture, because that's how it seems like we have to get things done. You have to have bloodshed in order to make it happen, right? But here we are. And here we are in this position where we have to be able to pull on strength, right? And this is where the real work happens, because y'all, we know what trauma does to a person, and we know how it affects us, right? We know that. And now that you see in not only this pandemic, this, police shootings and all of this stuff going on, the goddamn hurricanes, people are experiencing so much stuff in this world right now. I just sat and I asked God, I said, God, whatever it is that you are doing, however you clean the house, whatever it is that you are exposing, please allow my people to be strong and to stay strong, and to understand and to focus that it is not their will, but it's your will that will be done. Right? So my message is not long, but I'm hurt. Okay? And I'm going to read some of your things. Like I tell you guys the truth. I am I don't even think I own a Bible, to tell you the truth. If I do, it's like the little daily things when they tell you to go to this Bible verse or something like that. So I got John 16, verse 33, and I'm going to read it. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you so much, Octavius, for that. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Thank you so much for that. Now that hit me. Thank you. Thank you for that. Dolores, we have Romans 8:26. Romans 8:26. And I mean, if you were looking for some kind of big talk chat, like I told you guys, we are 100% real here. Okay, we are 100% real. What makes the Unloving Me Project different from any other platforms is because we are a community. If I'm not strong enough, I need you guys to step in because I know you are, right? If it's something that I know that I can't handle, that I can't encourage, I know you are because I know you've been there. I know you experienced it. And if you have experienced it, then you know someone who has. And the right words that a person need at a specific time, it could be anybody, right? Drawing your strength helps me build. You drawing on my strength helps you build. And that's what this community is about, right? When I'm hurt, I want to be able to come to you and say, hey, look, this is not working for me. I need the expertise, right? Show me how to get through this. How do I get through this pain I'm feeling right now? And we got Romans 8:26. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Thank you so much. I like that. Psalms 46, 1-3. And I'm not, I'm a spiritual person. I really don't know the Bible like that. Y'all know that. I say stuff wrong all the time. I promise you I do. I only know the cliche stuff. Psalms 46, 1-3. God is our refuge and strength, the very present help in trouble. Therefore we will fear not, even though the earth be moved. Thank you. And through the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. Though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. Kyra, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you guys who are pouring in with your strength, with your verses and everything, because I need it, for real. I need it. It's just stuff that you just don't understand. And when you don't understand, you want to figure it out and trying to fix, but with not understanding, that's when frustration kicks in. That's when anger kicks in. And we know is being frustrated and being angry, that's a distraction because you can't think clearly, right? So the best thing that we can do is just reel it on back and bring it on back and use the tools that we know and stand firm on something. Because we have to be able to have faith and believe and be strong in something to know that things are going to change. That's why we say all the time, and I preach it all the time, you got to know who you are. You got to know what your limitations are. You have to be able to stand firm on something when things get tough and rough. And when you can't, like for me today, when you can't, you got to be able to reach out and pull on the strength of others. You got to be able to have that support system. You have to be able to know that somebody out there has you covered. Because when you don't know the answer, somebody else has it. When you don't know what to do, you got another sister who's lifting you up and saying, come on, girl, I feel you. I know that you are where you are, but guess what? We got to keep it moving. We got to stay focused because the change starts here. The change starts with knowing who you are. The change starts with, you taking care of your family, being well informed, doing all those wonderful things. Right? So I'm not going to go on today because I'll be sitting up here crying for the whole time. But you guys know where I'm at. I'm trying to get to peace. Right? I'm trying to get to peace. My emotions all over the place, and I'm rattled. And I'm rattled only because I know what trauma did to me. You know what trauma did to you. And the battle to get out of that shit, just to manage it, is a lifelong journey. Right? It's a lifelong journey. And to know that those kids have been affected, that man has been affected, that those people's families were affected, it breaks my heart because I know what's coming next. I know the journey that's coming next. And you can't do nothing but let God do his work in their life, right? We know that. We know that. We pray and we hope and we wish for a great life. But what we know for sure is that God would never give us anything that we can't handle. So obviously, we rest in the fact that he gave this to this woman because he knows that he can handle it. He gave this to those people, families who were shot, because he knows that they can handle it. And the only thing that we can do is send our thoughts and our prayers that they will have the strength to endure and that they will keep their eyes focused. Because we know this journey is not easy. But at the same time, if you're able to get through it and get the support you need, you will go ahead and move mountains, right? And you move mountains by helping other people. So obviously, all of this is not in vain. But at the same time, it just breaks my heart to know that yet again, someone else has to walk this path, right? Has to walk this path to finding out who they are and finding out how to love themselves and finding out how to let stuff go and finding out how to be strong in the midst of adversity and fear and all that stuff. Because this journey is not for the weak. We know that, right? But we do it because we are so determined to have the life that we know that's inside of us, that God has given us. We are willing to do the work. Thank you, guys. Please keep sending your affirmations, your prayers, all that stuff. I am going to say my prayers for the family, for you guys, for myself, and hopefully I'll be able to, get through the day. I know I will, right? Get through the day. But I want you to have a blessed day. I want you to know how powerful you are. Thank you for all the prayers, all the love and everything that you guys show each and every day. Thank you for supporting this project. Thank you for being in the community and showing your strength. I love each and every one of you, and know that in due season you will have your time if you're not having it already. Keep preparing, stay focused, continue to learn how to love yourself, and watch God do some amazing things in your life. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.